So today we're going to be talking about time and the relationship or the separation, I should say, that we view as humans. We view things in the fourth dimension. It is what our present reality is. We, from the early stages of science, have progressed this understanding to where that we've reached probably beyond the point actually of the fifth dimension, but right now I'm just going to stick with that. It is, from my understanding, time does not exist to the entities that interact with the fifth dimension. And with this understanding, it is my belief that we are fifth dimensional creatures interacting with the fourth dimension on such a deep scale that it is manifested into what we see now. All this, that over there, that's what there is. So with that understanding, I have questioned what exactly death is. And death, everyone calls death a point of no return or a point of stopping, but it's not that. Science has proved it's not that in countless different ways, yet we're so ignorant to understand the fact that that's real. We don't stop. And we create this anxiety. It's almost a fear of transformation. And the fear of transformation is what drives us to be singularity. With the singular mind, the more barbaric mind, the singular view that we have, like I'm me, I have my desire. I have to physically manifest it. If you're only locked in that mode, you will crumble, you will become anxious, you will become depressed, and you will not be happy with life. This is proven. Look up any study on successful people who feel that they have made it, and you'll find this to be a common occurrence. Now, not everyone, but those who are not that way have a very spiritual understanding with money, very spiritual understanding with materialistic values. See, they manifest an idea. They don't search for something. They don't buy things out of pity or out of shame or out of a boredom or a lack of something to do. It's an idea. They form it in their head. The greatest thinkers all have ideas. And those ideas manifest. Like, it's took me from the age of 14, the year I turned 14, actually before that, before my father passed, when I was 12, even younger, I talked about going up north. I talked about heading more towards the Alaskan area. And so far, I've made it to Oregon. Now, it took me 4 years, took me longer, took me half my life, but I manifested the idea. See, I never let up on it. It was always in the back of my head, just like everything else was also in the back of my head. And when you're constantly working towards a goal, within the struggle and within the good, you callous yourself to your environment, but that callousness, you can't let it grow too thick. You have to shave it down. It's like taking care of hooves on a horse. A horse could possibly get an infection if you leave its shoes on for too long. A horse could possibly have an injury if you walk it on wrong materials for too long. There's maintenance that has to be done to form a proper callus to the world to observe your reality. PTSD, mental disorders, are not disorders. See, they're natural reactions to our environment. Our environment our environment constantly is changing. So if we get locked in a state of not changing, which is what a lot of these mental disorders are, is a state of not changing, and there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that in the world. Um, you come to understand, you come to this realization that the one circle consciousness that we are trying to achieve is being squandered by this singular view, this anxiety, this fear. It plagues us all. It always will plague us all, but the only thing we can do is grow our understanding, expand our consciousness. And the princes of darkness, as I like to call them, or the people in power who are not on the side of God, they they come together. They come together very easily because they're meant for each other. See, there's only two circles here. There is no separation. There's only two things fighting for one thing, control. And that's within this reality. But it's not just within this reality. It's on a universal, multi-universal scale. And with the amount of knowledge that I've accumulated over the years and how I've grown this understanding, it's led to detrimental costs. Detrimental things had to be sacrificed for me to understand fully what the issue is and what the meaning of life is. But that question was solved far long ago. See, you don't get to choose what knowledge you have. And everyone's asking the same question when they know it. And that's a problem. But this is my channel. This is what I say. I listen to music. I listen to dark things. I listen to good things. This is what I offer. I offer you an understanding of the world that most people do not have. So take it or leave it. I'm not a content creator. I don't create content. I create what needs to be said. And what needs to be said has been said. So I hope you gain something from that, whoever watches this.